Most division and divisiveness in religion is not doctrinal. I know it appears to be, but most of it is not caused by doctrine. It is more related to silly things, believe it or not, like personality issues. Two men were riding a bicycle built for two, up this real steep hill. And when they got to the top, they really had a hard time. And when they got to the top, the guy in the front says, "Phew, that was a hard climb." And the guy in the back says, "Yes, it was. And if I hadn't kept the brakes on all the way up, we'd have rolled back for sure." There's a lot of silliness that goes on and causes trouble in Christian circles. In the late 1800s, this is supposed to be a true story. I haven't actually ever seen this that I'm going to tell you about, but I've been told it's true. In the late 1800s, there were two deacons in a small Baptist church in Mayfield, Kentucky. So if you go to Mayfield, you may already know about this. But they didn't get along. And whatever one wanted to do, the other one was against it. And they always opposed each other, any decision made at the church. One Sunday, one deacon put up a small wooden peg in the back on the wall, in the little area like a foyer there, so that the minister could hang his hat up when he came in the building. When the other deacon arrived and discovered the peg, he was outraged. And he hadn't been consulted, and that just wasn't the way you were to do things. So by and by, the members began to take sides. There was a church split, and they say to this very day in Mayfield, Kentucky, you will find the anti-peg Baptist church. Paul and Barnabas split with each other, but it wasn't over doctrinal matters. It was over an individual, over an issue that was an opinion. In Jude chapter 1, not chapter 2, verse 19, there are sensual people, according to that passage, who cause division. There are people who are just divisive, and they would be divisive over almost anything. But in our modern world, doctrinal division seems to be inevitable. It looks like we're just committed to having doctrinal division now. It seems that people are pushing the outside of the envelope on doctrinal issues. The Presbyterian Church USA, that's a different group than just the Presbyterian Church, but the Presbyterian Church USA governing body voted 298 to 221 in Birmingham, Alabama on Tuesday to approve a report that upholds the requirement that ordained clergy, elders, and deacons practice, quote, fidelity within the covenant of marriage between a man and a woman, or chastity in singleness. However, that same report lets congregationals and regional governing bodies decide whether that requirement is actually essential, so that leaves room for, if they wish in certain areas, to allow someone who is of a homosexual lifestyle to be in those things. However, as a rule, the whole church does not agree with that according to that ruling. The Episcopal Church delegates met in Columbus, Ohio, also on Tuesday of this week, and voted down a proposal that temporarily would ban the election of gay bishops. However, that also follows the 2003 consecration of New Hampshire's Bishop Gene Robinson, who is apparently openly gay and has a lifetime partner. And they have 77 million members in the Anglican Communion. It's the world's third largest church. And yet now they're basically openly for that lifestyle. In 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 9, it says, do you not know that the unrighteous will not inherit the kingdom of God?